Hello. Today, for my reading from one of my books, I'm going to read from Interchange, which is a rugby league book set in Hull. I've written a few books about rugby league. I think I've written 4. So there's Interchange. There's another one missing. There's one called RUGBY. There's one called Scrum. There's one called What's a Bear to Wear, and then there's also one called The Last Try, which is about Jack Harrison, who was a Hull FC player and fought in the First World War and won the Victoria Cross. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read you the first chapter of Interchange, and this book was commissioned by Hull Libraries, who asked me to write some, because there weren't any children's books about rugby league, and there still aren't, apart from the 5 that I've mentioned, as far as I know. So Hull Libraries commissioned it, and it's illustrated by the brilliant James Innerdale, who has done some awesome pictures in it, and I was really proud to work with him because he's just a really good guy. Anyway, so I'm going to read you the first chapter, which is set in Hull. And then I might tell you a bit more about the book. So here goes. There is no city like Hull, not when it comes to rugby league anyway. Imagine you're at the North Point shopping centre. It's Saturday morning and there are loads of people about, even though it looks like it might rain. People are working, people are shopping, people are going out for the day. This is Hull. Now look at the family coming out of Morrison's. That's the Fishers. Mum, Dad and their sons Sam and Brad. The boys are identical twins. 10 years old, and this morning they're visiting the public library. They go to the Bransholme Library every Saturday morning to borrow books, to read the newspaper and to go online. As the Fishers walk on, you might notice that Brad is up close to Sam, talking in his ear, a wide grin on his face, and that slowly Sam is starting to look more and more angry. It's a classic case of 2 brothers winding each other up. It'll be happening across Hull. It'll be happening across the world. But this wind-up, is more normal than just, but this wind-up is more than just normal wind-up. This is rugby league wind-up. Oh, there's a picture. Just a minute. There they are, winding each other up. When the Fishers reach the zebra crossing in front of Wilkinson's, Mum and Dad realise there's a problem. Sam is not walking anymore. Why have you stopped? Dad asks. I'm not crossing here, Sam replies. What? I'm not crossing here, no way. Dad can see that Brad is chuckling as he watches the rest of the family having this conversation. Why, Sam? Dad asks. I don't use zebra crossings anymore, Sam snaps. I only use pelican crossings. What's wrong with zebra crossings? Mum interrupts. Frustrated, they're not already in the library because it's started to rain now. There is a pause before Dad says, I'll carry you. Carry him, Mum shouts. Why would you want to carry him? Just let me carry him, love. Why? I know why. Brad starts laughing. Why? Mum asks. Tell me why your dad wants to carry your 10-year-old brother across the road like he's 3. Dad closes his eyes and sighs. Brad explains. The zebra crossing is black and white. Sam can't walk on black and white. You'd be walking on FC colours if you did go across the zebra, but I can. Look. Brad waits for a car to stop, then crosses the road. I can't believe this, Mum says. So this is the story about 2 brothers, and the thing about Hull FC playing black and white and Hull KR playing red and white, if you didn't know that, and they support different teams, and they won't walk across the zebra crossing because it's black and white. And this sort of goes on, and this book culminates in the grand final when the lads are sort of 8-9 years later when they're a lot older, and there are 2 versions of the last chapter. There is an FC version if you're a Hull FC fan, and there is a KR version if you're a Hull KR fan, and that's to try and keep everybody in Hull happy, which is not always an easy thing when it comes to rugby league. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you are into rugby league and you need something to read, this book you can get all over the country through the usual bookshops and other ways of getting books. The other books are more difficult to find, to get hold of, but I think you can order these two off certain booksellers online, and this one you can get from Hull Libraries, so Hull Libraries sell copies of that. So anyway, thank you for reading. I hope you're not missing the Rugby League too much at the moment, and don't worry, the Rugby League will start up again soon, and hopefully a story like this might keep you going between then and now and then. Cheers anyway.